The disruption of a speech illustrates one of several possible scenarios. 1. Your speech is poorly put together. 2. Your speech is so good that a person or people feel compelled to interrupt so as to contribute support or empathy. 3. Your audience members lack the courtesy and/or patience to let a person complete a speech. These are just some of the possible reasons that people might interrupt speeches. However, hecklers do more than just interrupt. Quote, hecklers disrupt speeches and confront speakers during their speeches, trying to embarrass them and making it difficult for others to hear what they have to say, from Jaffe 2004, page 44. You all seem to be listening right now, which means that clearly we have a non-heckling group. I also suppose that this means that I should not heckle any of you in my speech, which probably would have been rather fun. Is there ever an appropriate time to heckle? How do ethics play a role in heckling? Heckling by definition is a negative act, as according to Rose 2004. As Rose states, quote, heckling often is more about getting one's own opinions out in a public forum than it is about disagreeing with what a speaker is saying, from Rose 2004, page 3. Thus, heckling is not the same as interruption. Interrupting a speech can sometimes be appropriate if the speech is inappropriate. Heckling, on the other hand, is never ethically justified, as its intent is to command an individual or group's predetermined agenda, Rose 2004. There is never a good time to heckle. Heckling is, and will always be a violation of ethical communication and a means of negatively disrupting the speaker and an audience. Heckling is never appropriate, even though disruption of a speech could be ethically debated. One must be ethically considerate when listening to a speech as a member of an audience. Jaffe describes ethical communications as the conscious decisions to speak and listen in ways that you, in light of your cultural ideals, consider right, fair, honest, and helpful to others as well as yourself, from Jaffe 2007, page 36. One major reason heckling is never ethically sound is that by engaging in heckling, one is assuming that what they have to say is more important than what the speaker has to say, both in terms of the individual who heckles and the audience members. The audience deserves the respect of being able to listen to a speech without interruption, according to Jensen. By heckling, one is preventing ethical communication from taking place. Heckling happens all the time. Yes, it does. See? I just heckled myself. Do you see how easy that was? There you go. So, do not heckle. Have the patience and ethical consideration to wait until after one has finished speaking, or to hold one's tongue in consideration of other individuals in the audience. We must exhibit and practice ethical communication, which has no room for hecklers. If you really want to heckle in a productive and ethically sound way, wait until the speech is over. Next, write your own speech and then deliver it. Whatever ideas you have, they are not wrong, but there is always a time and a place. And that time and that place is never, ever during someone else's speech. So I think we are clear in that we should not heckle. Heckling is ethically unsound simply by definition, and I cannot emphasize this enough, but heckling prevents ethical communication. So, I will end this with a simple notion. As with most anything else in life, when it comes to speeches, treat others as you would want to be treated, and do not heckle. But now that I am done, you, sir, you look like you would love to heckle. You look like a great heckler. And you, ma'am, you look like you'd be a pretty good heckler, too. What do you think? Would you like to heckle me? Have a great day, folks, and thanks for listening. By the way, my references are Jaffe, 2007, Public Speaking Concepts and Skills for a Diverse Society, Boston, Mass., Wadsworth, Cengage Learning, and also Rose, 2004, Speech for Thought, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Harvard University Press. Good night.